In 10 nights of strikes, a war that both sides swear they want to end has killed 3 American soldiers, choked the strait most of the region's energy has to pass through, and produced the one thing neither Washington nor Tehran can undrop: bombs, night after night. Here's the stake for you, wherever you're watching. The Strait of Hormuz, a shipping channel narrower than some rivers, the artery that carried a fifth of the planet's energy before February, has gone quiet. Tanker traffic through it has virtually stalled, and oil prices jumped when it did. When that strait goes quiet, your fuel bill does not stay still. One question runs through tonight. If everyone wants out, who keeps choosing to stay in? 3 parties signed a way out of this. One is quietly walking back through the door. Start with the loudest claim on the board, because it's a trap. State media in Tehran says the IRGC, the Revolutionary Guard, the regime's own Praetorian army, separate from Iran's regular military, struck Amazon's main data hub in Bahrain. Hold that at arm's length. It is a state claim, not a confirmed event, and it fits a pattern we've flagged before. A genuine kinetic war wrapped in an information layer built to look bigger than anyone's own confirmation's support. But ask why they'd say it. That's the real intelligence. You claim you hit a cloud giant when you need the war to look civilization scale. The tell isn't the target, it's the desperation to be seen swinging. Now the ground truth. Grim enough without inflation. The Pentagon confirms 3 U.S. deaths over the weekend, 2 at a base in Jordan, 1 in northern Iraq. Trump's answer, posted to his own platform: Iran will pay many times over for every American killed. And he says that order went by name to his defense secretary and his top general. Therefore, the direction here is not toward the table. It's away from it. Less than a month ago, Trump signed a framework at the Palace of Versailles to end this. This week, he declared it dead and resumed strikes. He is now threatening, on camera, to knock out Iran's bridges and power plants. The UN's human rights chief already called that class of attack a war crime. Here's what the noise hides. The framework didn't collapse by accident. Its death was useful. Which brings us to the twin. And I want the mechanism, not a wave at history. Helsinki, 1975. The superpowers signed a grand accord. Human rights, security guarantees, the works. Both blocs treated it not as peace, but as a pause. Cover to reposition and rearm while looking reasonable. The paper wasn't the settlement. The paper was the maneuver. That is the Versailles framework. Signed in June, dead by July, and its dying was the plan working. It existed to give both sides room to move. Where Helsinki misleads, and I won't pretend it doesn't, is the clock. Helsinki paid off over a decade. It slowly hollowed the Soviet bloc from within. This board runs on a strike cycle measured in days, not decades. Anyone waiting for a slow, legitimating drift here is reading the wrong calendar. So who used the pause, and for what? Start inside Washington, where the framework had enemies before the ink dried. The president's own hawkish wing called it a capitulation to Iran. One conservative editor called the resumed war a total loser before November's midterms, a president like Icarus with the sun, chasing a personal vendetta. Read that as a lineup, not a mood. The negotiators wanted the paper to hold. The hawks needed it dead. It's dead. Follow the incentive. But the sharper fracture is on the other side, and it's the fracture that decides everything. On this board, one Iranian name is attached to an exit. An IRGC veteran reported to be breaking with the hardliners to push for diplomacy. Set that against the men claiming strikes on Bahrain and Kuwait. The loud men are firing outward. The man reaching for an off-ramp is being drowned out by them. That contrast, one veteran reaching for a door while his own comrades fire missiles, is the whole story of who controls Iran right now. Here's my read, flagged as a read. The nightly retaliation isn't only aimed at America, it's aimed inward, at that diplomat. Every visible strike forecloses his opening before he can bank a single point of internal credit from it. The hardliners need the war loud, because a loud war is how you argue that guns, not talks, should set Iran's course. I can't hand you a document for that chain, and I won't invent one. So here's what would prove it. Watch whether that veteran's name gets promoted into the war command messaging over the next 2 weeks, or whether it quietly vanishes. Promotion means his opening survived. Silence means the hardliners won the room. That's the tell. And notice who pays for the loudness. Jordan. 2 of the 3 confirmed American deaths were at a base on its soil, and Iran has fired on U.S. targets there. A country absorbing the fire for keeping its ground open to America. That's the peace being burned. Someone else's safety, spent to keep Washington's access. That is the reporting. Here's our take. We do not believe this is drifting toward a negotiated exit. It's drifting toward a larger U.S. strike. Trump has told you he's saving the energy targets for last. That's not a man hunting an off-ramp. That's a man climbing a ladder. When a pause comes, and one may, read it as Helsinki, not peace. A face-saving breath to reposition. What would change our mind? A dated halt in strikes, paired with a named Tehran signing authority, Washington actually engages. Not an anonymous quote-unquote official, a name at a table. Until then, the paper is the maneuver. And don't lose the people underneath it. This same week, the regime secretly buried a teenage protester without his family present and reinstated a death sentence against another young defendant. That's the machine with no author, reaching for the rope at home while it reaches for missiles abroad. The war is loud. The repression is quiet. Both run on the same fear. Watch 3 things. Oil prices, hold them at a war premium, and the market believes this widens. A slide back toward pre-strike levels says it's calling the bluff again. Whether the Strait of Hormuz reopens, closing it is Tehran's biggest bargaining chip, so any real reopening signals a deal, while a strait kept shut says the war still pays someone. And that one veteran's name in the war messaging. Those 3 tell you who is actually holding Iran's trigger. The pieces move fast now. Subscribe and see them before they move. Bottom line. The June framework didn't fail. It bought both sides time to reload, and the war is now the tool a hidden Tehran faction uses to bury its own diplomat before he can end it. If this breakdown helped you see the week clearly, hit like. It is free, and it tells us to keep drawing the board. And subscribe, because the board moves every day, so you catch the pieces before they move.